Are you looking for a virtual school experience for your child that aligns with your family values? Faith Prep Florida is an affordable online private school with live instruction, weekly chapel, and student clubs. Our unique Faith Walk course focuses on character and leadership development. Learn more at k12.com/FloridaFaith. That's k12.com/FloridaFaith. Enroll your child in a virtual school experience that aligns with your family values. Find out more about Faith Prep Florida at k12.com/FloridaFaith.
Hey, Ty Brady here with Brady Insurance Marketing and the Ty Brady Way, one of the nation's largest field marketing organizations that helps independent agents achieve a 6- and 7-figure income with the systems and strategies that I'm going to talk about with you today. I want to tell a little story about my little girl. My wife was in the line at the grocery store. And of course, you walk into the aisle at the grocery store and there's candy on one side and little trinkets on the other. My little girl must have been 3 years old. And, I'm going to do the best to recount this story the best I can. But she asked my wife if she could get some gum. And of course, what does my wife say? No, not today. But mommy, I'd really like some gum. Can I buy it with my own money? My wife, no, you can't. So about 3 or 4 more objections, besides, no, we don't have money. No, I don't want you to use your own money. I don't want you to have sugar right now. It's not good to have treats. My little girl turned around to the guy standing in line behind my wife, tapped on his leg, and said, my mommy doesn't have any money, and my mom won't let me buy gum. Will you? And my wife was so embarrassed, probably turned pink. But my little girl was not going to take no for an answer. She had zero fear, and she overcame every objection until what? She got her way. Her way was, Mom caved and said, yes, you can have the gum. And even though she was embarrassed, and the guy says, please let me buy it for her. When the jobs we're in, we need to overcome objections. But before that, we have to overcome the fear. We've talked a lot about fear on previous podcasts, but fear is the root of all evil. Or don't let fear have the final say. So let's talk about a few objections you may get, whether you're in person, whether you're over the phone, whether it's a lead card, whether it's an internet lead. What are these objections that we face? There's 5 or 6 pretty common objections, and I like to refer to how overcome objections. They're just AIR. And then I came up with a little acronym that, if it's AIR, just to remember, how I can overcome these. First of all, a way to overcome an objection is to agree. I agree with you. I know that you sent this lead card in and you may not remember, but that's why I'm calling. Or agree and say, I understand it happens a lot. Sometimes a spouse sends it in your behalf, but I have the information you requested. So that's agree. The next one would be ignore. My favorite is to ignore. Somebody says their dog died. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, but I have the information you requested. May I come in? Always follow it up with what you're trying to do. The last one is to resolve. I didn't know somebody was going to come to the door. I thought you'd send it in the mail. So what you say is, yes, I could send it in the mail. So you agreed, and then you resolve it. The resolve would be, before I can even determine whether I can help you, there's a few questions I'd like to ask. Would that be all right? I don't even know if you can help them. Or you got a library of information in your trunk. I'd like to narrow down the information because it's hard to understand. It's like reading an encyclopedia. Yeah, I can give you all the information, but what good is that if you don't understand it? So remember AIR. So objections are just AIR. And you either agree, you ignore, or you resolve, or sometimes you do a little bit of both. So let's talk about if I get an objection when I'm making a phone call. And very, very common, somebody says, I don't remember sending the lead card in. A way to overcome that is agree. Agree and say, I understand that you may have not remembered. However, I have the information you requested. It was about dental, vision, and hearing. It was about final expense. Whatever the lead card was, agree with them. Or come back and say, it's very common. You have a spouse that sent it in for you. Yeah, I've said that, and then all of a sudden somebody yells in the background, Joan, it's for you. And they realize that they overcome that objection.
Dreamers, innovators, and entrepreneurs, listen up. Your journey starts with Freelancer.com, the one-stop shop to turn your business dreams into a remarkable reality. Whatever your budget, Freelancer.com serves everyone, making it incredibly affordable to bring your vision to life. With a vast community of talented freelancers, you'll find the perfect match for your needs. To help you get started, we'll give you $25 towards your first project. Head to freelancer.com/pod25 to sign up and embark on your extraordinary journey.
And then when you're overcoming that objection, so like, let's like send it in the mail, that's one. Another one would be, I'm not interested. My thing is how are they not interested? I haven't even determined whether I can even help them. So you say, I understand you say you're not interested, but I do have the information you requested. What was it you were looking for? It's a little bit of ignoring what they said and then coming back with a question. The other thing too is go to set the appointment. So you say, if somebody says I'm not interested, say, what are you not interested about? This was about Medicare saving money. This was about final expense. It was about dental, vision, hearing. Did you already make that decision? Well, no, I didn't. I looked into it and it was too expensive. Well, you see, overcoming the objection, you're going to get, I'm not interested. I thought you'd send it in the mail. My dog died. Now's not a good time. Now's not a good time is like, you know what? Now's not a good time for me either. I don't even know if I can help you. Do you have a few minutes where I can find out if I can even help you? It takes the pressure off of them. It takes the pressure off of you. And that is the truth. I don't even know if I can help them. They have to be willing to have a conversation with me. And then you know what? Sometimes they don't even want to listen. So why am I there? Pick a better time. You know what? I don't have time now either. I'll be back in your area Tuesday or Thursday. Which of those two times work best for you? Listen to them. Find out what Tuesday's not good. Wednesday's not good. Or call me back in 2 weeks. That's another common one. Call me back I'm going on vacation. Call me back in a couple weeks. You know what? I get really busy. I know you get really busy. It's best if I put you on my calendar today. So I'll be in your area 2 weeks from today would be Tuesday or Thursday, 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Set the appointment. And then they'll probably say something like this. Call me before you come. You know what? I get really busy. I may remember to call you, but if I don't, I'll see you on Tuesday at 1, whatever time it is. You have to realize that you are there to help them. You are there to serve them. You're going to get an objection. Now, if you're presenting something and you go for the close and they say, well, let me think about it. You know what? You need to look at yourself as the agent. You know, what did you not communicate with them or what could you have told them to help them overcome that objection of think about it? Because thinking about it is just another smokescreen. It's air. It's not the real objection. They may have already decided to go on a plan. They don't trust you. They want to talk to their financial advisor. They want to talk to their neighbor. They want to talk it over with their husband. They want to pray about it. Whatever it is, get to the root of it, smoke the concern out, and you'll get the deal. You know what? I like to think about it as two. How about if we do this? Fill out the application, and if you decide you don't want to do it, you call me and I'll withdraw the application. Very easy way to overcome an objection. Well, you may get another objection. Be ready for it. Make overcoming these objections your own. You could read all these scripts on overcoming objections, overcoming the concern. You have to be prepared for it, though. If I know I was going into an appointment and I was struggling with overcoming objections, going to the door or I'm making phone calls or whatever it is, I'm going to sit there and say, okay, I thought they'd send it in the mail. I'm going to remember that one. I'm not interested. I didn't send it in. I've already taken care of it. That's another one. I've already taken care of it. What? Come back with a question. What is the question? If you've already taken care of it, what did you end up doing? Oh, I thought about going with XYZ carrier. Oh, great. Have you already enrolled? No, I haven't. Well, would you like an agent to help you? It doesn't cost anything. Guess what? There's my in. A lot of times people are afraid of you selling them. You're not there to sell them. You're there to present. You're there to educate. You're going to overcome that objection. When you overcome the objection, you're going to get to sell. Now, there's been times when I've overcome the objection, and I found out they already enrolled with their best friend down the street. You know what? There was nothing I could have done to overcome that and get that sell. I pack up my stuff, I politely leave. But it didn't leave me with wondering what I could have done or should have done to get the sell. I knew that I can't overcome best friends. I'm just not going to do it. Even if I have the same product, it's just they go to church with them. They see them on a regular basis. They go on family walks. You know what? Great. I've had people tell me, you did a great job presenting, but you know what? I feel obligated to enroll with my neighbor. She does the same thing. You know what? Great. I respect that. I don't agree with it because the neighbor down the street probably doing it part-time, doesn't have their best interest in heart. But, you know, what am I going to do?
Go on to the next appointment, find another deal. Learn to overcome the objection. But before that, get rid of the fear. Get rid of the fear. Be like a little child. You know, we weren't born with fear. I've talked about that in the podcast as well. Over time, we create fear. And fear leads to anxiety. Anxiety is, both of those are evil. They're evil, evil, evil things. You know, I've done things so much for so long that it's not hard anymore. And I don't have that fear. As you continue to do these things, exercising them and overcoming them, it becomes easier. The fear goes away, the anxiety goes away, and it becomes second nature. But you have to start somewhere. Take the action. Take the action and say, listen, I'm going to role play with my wife. I'm going to role play out loud. I'm going to role play in front of the mirror. I'm going to read how to overcome all these objections, all these scripts. They haven't changed for years and years and years. They're all the same. I need to think about it. I'm not interested. I thought you'd send it in the mail. My dog died. Now's not a good time. I'm going on vacation. Call me back in 2 weeks. I don't know of any other ones. Those are the ones I get. Find out what you like to say back and then ask a question. And with the question, go for the appointment or ask to, may I come in? Or Tuesday or Thursday, what time is best for you? I wish you all the best. This is a very, very, very fundamental item when it comes to being in the insurance business or any sales position. You got to overcome objections. And then from there, people are like, well, I don't know this, I don't know that. We'll talk about that in a later episode about presenting. But find the objection. Things are never what they seem, and you'll have success in selling. And don't let fear have the final say. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Ty Brady Way. As always, share, like, and subscribe. Go to Instagram at ty.r.brady. And as always, love hearing from you. And let me know what you want to learn on the show or what you'd like me to bring up on the show. Thanks.
You can find the Ty Brady Way on Instagram as well as Facebook. To stay connected with giveaways and Ty himself, go ahead and follow at ty.r.brady on Instagram as well as Facebook. This podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Whitney Face Media Marketing. And the theme music is an excerpt from Hot Chicken of the Woods by Isaac Joel.